So DERC stands for the Digital Economy Research Centre. Now, the DERC project, as we like to call it, was initiated by Patrick Olivier and Pete Wright, and it's engaged a very large number of researchers within Newcastle University, but also at Northumbria University as well. And within the DERC project, we were trying to explore the ways in which we might engage everyday people in the digital economy. We were thinking about citizen empowerment, civic engagement, and in particular we were working through some streams of work around participatory education, inclusive and participatory health and social care, enhancing local democracy, and also thinking about new forms of participatory media. So thinking about citizen journalism and things like that. The project itself was very large scale. It was an £8 million investment, largely funded by the EPSRC, but with a lot of match funding from the partner organisations that we worked with. And we had a huge number of partner organisations across the third sector, charity, local government and industry. And the university invested a large amount as well to actively support this programme of research and to galvanise a body of work around the idea that we like to refer to as digital civics. The impacts of DERC have been very wide-ranging. From that one bigger project, we produced maybe dozens of smaller projects, and across those smaller projects we have supported the careers of well over 80 researchers. The outcome specifically from those projects has then resulted in well over 100 research papers that have been published. The engagements themselves have connected with numerous members of the public. In fact, actually tens of thousands of members of the public have been involved in our research through some of those different projects. For example, Metro Futures had 20,000 points of contact with the local area, with people in the local area, just in that one project. So the footprint of a lot of the projects has actually been enormous, and we've pioneered and modelled new ways of engaging with community groups and thinking about new models of actually connecting the research community and the work that goes on in the university to the wider community, and not just community groups, but also third sector organisations, charities, local government, and also industry. So the footprint of the work is very, very large, and we've found new ways of engaging with people and bringing them together within this idea of the digital economy and thinking about actually how everyday people can take part in that digital economy, what that might mean to them, and how you might fully engage them and empower them and create new forms of community engagement and civic enhancement, thinking about how people can have a richer life connecting to each other and connecting to the services that they use in a local area. So after DERC, we are now moving on to the EPSRC Next Stage Digital Economy Centre for Digital Citizens. Now, the CDC, as we like to call it, is taking those core themes and all of that understanding that we developed on DERC and pushing it on to the next level. So we're continuing our journey thinking about moving from smart cities to supporting smart citizens, but in particular we're trying to broaden the scope to think about not just smart city spaces, but to think about smart rural environments and smart coastal environments as well. And we're trying to think very carefully about digital social innovation, so how we design digital technologies to scaffold community groups in more sustainable ways, thinking about the kinds of tools, technologies and services which support local communities, and in particular draw on the data economy, thinking about all of the different data sources that are produced in these smart contexts and how they can actually be useful to communities in long-term ways. So I'd like to thank all of the many people who've made all of this research happen across DERC and then going into the future. There are a huge range of community groups, organisations, charities and companies who've come with us on this journey, as well as the very large number of researchers, and not just in computing science where I'm based, but also across the university and across departments. We've had a wonderful group of interdisciplinary researchers and collaborators come on this journey with us, and we're really thankful for all of the contributions, not just from them, but from the community groups as well.